As long as we have a country called Togo, a country called Eswatini, a country called Malawi, Berlin Conference is alive and well. It's a policy that they spent 3 months strategizing on how to see to it that Africa and her children are forever defeated and dominated. I'm going to repeat that. 4 months of strategizing and making sure that they put together a policy to make sure Africa and her children are forever defeated and dominated. And that policy is still in place today. That is why we still have a country called Malawi, a country that can never survive on its own. That is why we are unable to see that obvious fact to say we cannot survive as these little-bitty African countries. That is why it is difficult for us to say, why can't we just say Africa for the Africans, no passports? It's a simple decision. The leaders just have to table it in their cabinets, done. Why is it so difficult for us to address the obvious? I was talking to the guy who used to work for, he was the ADB president, and he showed me a picture. He said, Ambassador, what do you see? I said, well, I see women who are selling potatoes and their wares. He says, what else do you see? I said, nothing else. He says, you see right there, that's a border. And I said, oh, a border where? He said, a border between 2 African countries. He said, you see the women on that side, when they run out of tomatoes, the people, citizens of that country, cannot cross over and buy tomatoes that they can't see because they need a visa. Stupidity of the highest order. At the stroke of a pen, this could be dealt with. What is wrong with us? Berlin Conference, King Leopold, and his instructions on how to subdue the Africans. The famous Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch letters on how to make a slave, how to condition a black person and make sure that they're forever subservient to the white men to perpetuity. We're still suffering from that.
Voice of Africa by Africans.